Hello beautiful ladies, welcome back to my channel. This is Katie, and in this video I want to talk about how to use your feminine energy to make men fall madly in love with you. Don't we all want that? We want that kind of power to influence a man to fall head over heels in love with us and to worship us, adore us, and just pour that love onto us all the time, basically. Okay, so before I get into the video, I just want to let you know to register for my free webinar, which is the 3 secrets of high value, irresistible women that inspire quality men to commit. It's a wonderful webinar packed full of information on how to be absolutely irresistible to men and get high quality men to commit to you. Let me just go into what the male and the female energy really is, and when do you know when you are using your masculine or using your feminine energy, and how to use your feminine energy. So the male energy is about speed, is about impatience, it's about strategy, about control. So the male wants to dominate, wants to conquer, wants to control, and he uses strategy, logic, reasoning, his intellect to do that. And he needs to remain pretty calm, pretty almost emotionless in order to carry out his tasks. Male energy is also very goal oriented. Okay, they're very goal oriented, they're very step by step and very direct. Okay, basically they go in a straight line from A to B. They are also very hard. It's a hard energy, and they're warm. The male energy is warm. They've got that fire in them to get things done. So it's about having the fire, the passion to do things, to accomplish tasks, to achieve. Okay, it's about doing. The feminine energy, on the other hand, is the opposite, complete opposite. So the female energy is slower. It's more free-flowing. Okay, so women, we have a menstrual cycle. So that's where every month we have our periods, and that is a part of our cycle, our flow, right? That we have a pattern to us. We also have like mood swings. A lot of us have mood swings where we're sometimes up, sometimes down, and men will joke about that, but that is a part of our pattern, our flow, right? It's a very natural way to be. Women are also about feelings, about intuition. Okay, the feminine energy is creative, and also it's creative, and also it's the colder energy. Feminine energy is cold and slightly distant. And the feminine energy is soft, and it's about just being. It's not about doing. It's just about leaning back, being very chill, and being and flowy and feeling. Okay, so it's a very different kind of energy from men. So why do women have such a hard time dating? Okay, a lot of women will complain that the men they really like seem to lose interest in them and disappear, and then the guys who they don't really like are the ones pursuing them and chasing them. Okay, so what's going on here? Well, if you really think about it, this makes perfect sense if you look at it from the male and the female energy perspective. Okay, most women, I would say, about 95% of women are actually naturally feminine. They naturally have feminine energy in them. And as we grew up and as we had to adapt to society and become independent and earn our own money, that's when we've had to learn to be more masculine, I guess you could say. We needed to adapt male energy roles in order to compete in the workplace. So when I talk about going back to your feminine energy, using your feminine energy, I'm really referring to going back home to your roots. So when a man is pursuing you who you are not interested in, you will naturally be in your feminine energy. Okay, so you'll naturally be slow, you will not be in a rush, you will not be freaking out, you will be probably a little bit cold, a little bit distant, because he's the one that's warm and all over you, and because you don't like him, you will naturally lean back into your feminine and not be in a rush to go anywhere, do anything, try to snatch him up, and that is very, very attractive to men. So naturally you become highly attracted to masculine men. However, when we like someone, when we like a man, usually that's when we start to think this man is better than me, okay, and I'm not as worthy, and we start to place a man on a pedestal. That's when we are triggered, our insecurities and our negative emotions start being triggered. We start to feel more anxious and nervous around him. So at this point, a lot of women will put on their male energy shields and armor because they feel vulnerable, they feel weak, they feel a lack of control. So they use male energy to make them feel more powerful, because that is what male energy essentially is. It's perceived as more powerful, right, in getting things done. And a lot of successful women will naturally want to do that because that's what they're used to in their careers, and that's what has worked for them in their careers. However, that is not going to fly in a relationship, okay? When you use your male energy around a masculine man, you're going to push him away, basically. You're going to chase him, you're going to be all over him, you're going to be doing too much, you're going to be coming across controlling and probably using a lot of strategy to get him, and he will sense that's what you're doing, and he won't feel that spark. He won't feel that attraction towards you. So what should you do instead? Okay, I'm gonna give you 4 steps, 4 tips on what to do if you find yourself in this pattern and you want to break out of it. Okay, so step number 1 is just to be aware. Be aware of what you are doing. When you start to chase a guy, when you notice this pattern of feeling a little bit insecure, a bit afraid because he is perceived as better than you and you want to try to get him, to snatch him up, just be aware that's what you are doing. And step number two, stop your behaviors. Stop those male energy behaviors. And in particular, stop any strategizing, any tactics, any kind of strategy to try to get him. Okay, and also any people pleasers out there, no people pleasing either, because even though people pleasing activities feels really nice, like a nice thing to do, I'm just baking him a cake and I'm delivering it to him, I'm giving him a gift, I'm showing I really care about him and what a great girlfriend I would make. That is still a strategy, ladies. Okay, you are trying to manipulate him to like you. A strategy is anytime you think to yourself, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z to try to get a man to like me, to influence how he thinks of me, to control him. That is a strategy, right? So no strategies. I don't want you to do any strategies, any games, any tactics, all of that. A masculine man will see through all of that, okay? He will just feel the energy, the vibe of you will be different. And step number 3, you want to bring all that attention you were pushing onto him and put it all back onto yourself. So instead of asking yourself, what can I do to impress him? Ask, what can I do to impress myself? Instead of what can I do to gain his approval, ask what can I do to gain my approval? Okay, you see how we do that? We flip it around, flip the attention back onto us. And last step number 4 is focus on being a high value woman, which is to practice feeling good about yourself. The feminine energy is about feelings, and we want to be in a constant flow of good, positive feelings within us. And how we do that and focus on ourselves is to feel good about ourselves. Okay, so you want to make a conscious choice, daily practice to feel good about yourself, about who you are as a person, to be loving and kind towards yourself, be compassionate and gentle towards yourself, instead of going out there doing everything for everybody else and chasing after this shiny object and that shiny object and neglecting yourself completely, okay? We don't want to do that. We want to focus on ourselves. Okay, so that is basically the feminine energy. And as soon as you do that, you turn that energy back onto you, you will automatically become more radiant, more magnetic, more attractive to masculine energy men. So that is my tips for this week. I hope you like this video. By the way, don't forget to register for my free webinar, 3 Secrets of High Value Irresistible Women that inspires quality men to commit. That's a great webinar, great content. And that's it from me this week. If you like this video, please like me, comment below, leave me some questions, and I will be back real soon. Talk soon. Bye.